Okay. Well, let's have another look at Mary Williams then. And we know what she's suffering from. Finally, sinusitis. Hey guys, welcome to Unmodded Gaming. I'm the Unmodded Gamer, and welcome to another episode of Project Hospital. Now, in the last episode, I took a few patients under my control and I built up the intensive care unit. And for today, I thought it'd be a good idea to get the MRI up and running, the CTs, and the whatever this is. I believe it is difficult to pronounce that, but let me just check. Right, so the CAG room, which, if you don't know, it shows all the blood vessels and blood veins in your body. So if there's a blockage somewhere, you can easily see that, but that's not all, because hopefully I can get these patients here that I have taken under my control cured, and we don't know what they have from some of them, well, not yet anyway. Alright, I see Frank White has been examined. And he has chronic fatigue syndrome. He just didn't get the diagnosis yet. Well, since he is under my control, let me just go ahead and click on that. And I'll just give it back to the computer. And for Mary Williams, the procedures have finished. But it doesn't seem to have uncovered any new symptoms. Well, in that case, let's do neck palpation, thorax percussion and nasal cavity inspection, and maybe some oral cavity inspection too. And after that we'll see what else we can do. Maybe a PCR sampling of biological material for polymerase chain reaction analysis in the laboratory. I probably messed up that pronunciation, my apologies for that, but it is a very difficult word to pronounce. Examination is quick, cheap and exact. Okay, and we also have Barbara Cole here, who is having her stool analyzed. So, I'm curious to see what she is suffering from, but in the meantime, hold on, I did something I didn't want to do.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. They're performing a surgery on someone. Let me see who they're working on. Michael Johnson. Okay. I don't know what any of that. Osteoarthritis is a condition where cartilage slowly degenerates and deformities arise in the affected joint. Hip osteoarthritis typically makes walking painful and cumbersome. Okay. Let me see what that is. Okay. Well, now I know that. Right, so let's return now to the radiology department. And let me just get some people in here. I like Christopher King here. He might be a bit expensive, but I can live with that. He only has one hidden perk. He has resistance, rest levels decrease slower, and he's a fresh parent, but he does have 94% on biochemistry, and 38% on radiology. So I'm going to hire him. And let me see who else looks good. Robert Lewis, 37% radiology, 89% biochemistry, and he is a hard worker. He also has one hidden perk again. So who else looks good? Christopher Lopez, kind of. Well, he looks kind of good. He has a biochemistry of 57% and a radiology of 12%, but he can still improve upon that. So I'm going to hire him. Then we have Joseph Baker. He is at 60% biochemistry and 9% radiology. He has no hidden perks, so I like that. He's a schooler, so he uses his free time to study. And he has a long commute. Well, I can live with that. Because we have 2 of those, and as long as the other one don't have a long commute, it's okay. Right, so who else do we have here? He has a biochemistry of 83%. That's pretty high. Fraser Thomas. Okay. He is an early bird and he has a fast metabolism. So hunger increases much faster. Okay. Sarah Rodriguez. She's only at 28% biochemistry and 14% radiology. Only one hidden perk though. It is getting kind of difficult to find people who I want to hire for this. Well, you know what? The X-ray isn't that complicated anyway. Let's just go ahead and hire her. And now, last but not least, we have one more radiology room near the orthopedy department, which is always convenient to have. And here we have someone with a long commute, a fresh parent, and 2 more hidden perks. So let me just see what that is. Comforting and a hedonist. Spends twice as much time enjoying food. Well, let's just go ahead and hire her too. That means that we now have a full functioning, well, not completely, but for the day shift, a full functioning radiology clinic. And I have an objective completed. Treat 5 patients per day at any specialized department, which gives me a $5,000 government grant. And I got another objective, open hospitalization at any specialized departments. And I get 15 more patients from him. Whoa, it keeps on going. I can now buy ambulances because I have an intensive care unit. That was probably because of the things that I had done to recover this hospital, because I lost my save file. But let me just check up on Barbara Cole again. She seems to still be waiting. Okay, well, let's have another look at Mary Williams then, and we know what she is suffering from. Finally, sinusitis. And it refers to inflammation of one or more sinuses. It causes swelling and can compromise drainage of mucus or pus from the involved sinus cavity. Well, we'll just hand her over to the doctor, or to the computer I should say, and then we have the other patient we were just looking at, Barbara Cole, and it didn't reveal anything, but now I can do something very effective at trying to find out what she's suffering from. a CT enterography, computed topography enterography is diagnostic imaging modelly created detailed images of the intestines by injecting intravenous contrasts after the patient has ingested liquid contrast, which we now have because I just got 2 CT rooms. So let me just get that for her. Excuse me there. But now we have ambulances unlocked. So I'll just go ahead and go into here and let me see what I can do with all this. I can get 80% prestige at the end of the day at emergency, which gives me another $5,000 government grant. I can purchase 1 ambulance, which means that I will get 2 patients on an ambulance per day, and I can treat 30 patients per day, which means that I'm gonna get 20 patients instead of 15, what it is right now. So it looks like we're doing alright at this hospital. Let me see where I can find that. It's been a while since I played this, but it's gotta be somewhere here in the lower bottom. I got it right here. So we got 4 stars out of 5. 4 stars for emergency. Well, I think that if we keep up at this rate, that we are gonna get 85% prestige at the end of the day at emergency. So we're growing fast here. And I don't know if I should get ambulances yet, because that would mean that I would have to hire night shift people, or people for the night shift. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think I should do. Get the ambulances, or wait. But for now, I'm going to have another look at Barbara Cole, who is now in the CT machine. And let me see, who is that? Elizabeth Williams, who's getting a normal CT done. Okay, well, she is going to go to orthopedy. Well, Barbara Cole is now fulfilling needs. Let's hope it has given us some results. It's gonna be a while, probably. This really reminds me of what Dr. Mike always says. I don't know if you know him, but he is a YouTuber who makes videos about, well, being a doctor, because he's also a doctor. And he always says, if it sounds like a duck, and if it moves like a duck, don't think of a horse. Right? So what we had with Barbara, that first patient, I was doing all sorts of complicated things with her to find out what she was suffering from, and then I just did like something really simple, and I knew what she was suffering from. Right, so let me just see where she is going. I always forget that she is from the internal medicine department. I always think she is from emergency. And she's now waiting to be seen by a doctor. One positive thing is, however, that she does not have anything that can make her collapse, because that would make her situation way more serious. Alright, that patient is already treated. And that patient is hospitalized. Let me see what else I can do. What is that? Well, that sounds to me like something that is related to general surgery, but then again, I'm not a doctor, like I keep saying. Hemolytic anemia happens due to hemolysis, an abnormal breakdown of red blood cells in the blood vessels or elsewhere in the human body. The symptoms for that are pretty serious. And it looks like Barbara Cole is still waiting to be seen by a doctor. Who is that? People are just being transported in here at like a super fast rate. How full is that department? Let me see. Okay, so we got one chamber completely full. One more. Oh, well, it isn't that full. I mean, there's two more rooms free here. And another 3 over here, although that are HDU units, so there aren't really places where people go normally. Like, not very well known. There's a medium care unit in hospitals, and that is the HDU unit. And HDU stands for High Dependency Unit, for those who didn't know that. Okay. Well, it looks like she still doesn't have a diagnosis. Let's do this and this. But this is all taking too long, so I'm going to end the video here. Let me know if you want me to get ambulances in the next episode. Subscribe and press the bell button so you don't miss any of that. This was the Unmodded Gamer. Thanks for watching and stay unmodded.